Leroy, very exciting time in baseball right now, man. The league championship series are starting on up. This man knows something about that. His Boston Red Sox are going to be taking on the Houston Astros coming on up. You guys can see him on Fox, check it out with the broadcast. But he's also doing some really, really good work with Lone Depot, as we have David Ortiz and TJ Freeborn joining us here. Guys, can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing during the league championship series and doing some good work here?
Absolutely. We'd be happy to. During the League Championship Series, Lone Depot will be donating $1,000 for every RBI as a part of our Home Means Everything campaign, and we'll be making these donations to the Boys and Girls Club of America, which we're super excited about.
$1,000 for every run scored during the championship series, during the playoff. Now that's awesome, man. That's a lot of loot.
That's a lot. You would have put a lot of donations up there, Big Papi. You would have put forth a lot of donations for that if you were in the League Championship Series.
Oh, you already know. You already know, babe.
David, how hyped are you for this upcoming series? You know, you got two teams here who, I mean, they've great stories behind them both, but your own franchise in the championship as well. How much are you looking forward to Astros and Red Sox?
Oh, man, that's going to be an incredible series because if you think about it, both teams, they pretty much have the same attitude, same pitching stuff, same offense, you know. I mean, and when you come down to the head, which are the managers, Dusty Baker and Alex Cora, I mean, what's better than have these two big-time guys, big baseball guys competing against each other, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. It's gonna be an absolute awesome one. Now, TJ, with Lone Depot, have you been down to the park down here in Miami? We just it got christened this year as Lone Depot Park, so we know a little bit about that name down here with Derek Jeter and the whole deal.
Yes, absolutely. I've been to Lone Depot Park. We're really proud of it. We consider it our home away from home. Love what Derek and the team are putting together in Miami.
Absolutely.
It's a Miami girl now.
Yeah, our home team. We're happy about that.
Miami, my second home.
I
at this
live in
point
Miami.
too.
She's a Miami girl now. So
there we go. There we go. We're happy about that.
Hey, Big Papi, I have a question about baseball playoffs, just in general. And how do you feel about, just recently we had a team that won 106 games playing against a team that won 107 games, and it wasn't even at, the highest level, like a championship series. It was more, in the beginning
playoff game
stages of the playoffs, right?
That is kind of it's kind of weird though, because winning 106 games,
right,
you would think that you are automatically walking into the playoff. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's what made baseball so interesting because nothing is guaranteed. Basically, that's what is telling you. Nothing is guaranteed. You got to fight all the way through it. And even if you win 100 and some game, you got to make sure that you continue winning so you can continue moving forward. You know what I'm saying? That was the new thing that the commissioner started a couple of years ago, where we had this one playoff game so we can have more teams competing for the playoff. And I think I'm loving it. I'm loving it because now the whole thing about who's going to be on the playoff guarantee is long going. Like you saw a team like the Yankees who played really well during the regular season having to go through that battle against the Red Sox and a one playoff team. So basically everybody back in the day before they expect the Yankees to be in the playoff pretty much every year because of their salary cap, the team that they put together, et cetera. But now it's not like that anymore. It's like whoever played the best is the one that is going to the party.
Do you tend to favor the teams that fight, claw, and scratch to get to the playoffs, as they are playing the best baseball going into the playoffs, versus a team that kind of coasted all year? It always seems like these wild card teams, when they get to the playoffs, have a chance to go all the way simply because as of the last month, they've been playing the best baseball, fighting to get in the playoffs.
I love the underdog. While I play, I used to love when they call the underdog, and then all of a sudden you end up at the very, very top. You know, like for example, the Red Sox, nobody was counting on them to be where they at right now. But the Red Sox during the regular season, they dominate, and then they copy hit the team, and then they slow down, but then they bounce back and look at where they at right now. That's are the type of things that I like to see.
We're talking to David Ortiz, who's joined us here along with TJ Freeborn. They have their Home Means Everything campaign, $1,000 donated for every RBI in the league championship series going to the Boys and Girls Club. Really, really cool campaign that they got going on. David, have you gotten a chance talking to Derek Jeter owning the Marlins at all down here? You think he's going to get this thing turned around, man? We're going into year 5. Is Jeets, is he sweating it? Is he feeling any stress? Because, you know, they had a really good year last year, but it was tough times this year.
If there's one guy that knows how to get those things done, is Derek. You know, the guy won so many championships. He's a great competitor, and he know what time it is when it comes down to put a team together to compete at this level. You know, nowadays it's a little harder than when we play, because nowadays you want your ball club to be packed of 19s and 20 years old, which is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I think down the road, you once you begin to play the regular season, you need that veteran leadership around that can guide all those youngsters to continue being disciplined, focused, and get stronger throughout the season. Because it doesn't matter how you start; it's how you finish. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Marlins situation, they were just whooping everybody during the COVID last year, and this year they start pretty well. But it seems like once he hit the All-Star game, once it continued going towards the end of the season, that's when everything started falling apart. So I will say, and I will give this advice to Derek, who I already know that he knows what time it is, but surround the young kids with some veteran leadership that can guide them. Because I'm telling you, based on my own experience, in 2013, we won the World Series, but I was surrounded by young guys with incredible talent, but everybody was a little bit all over the place. And that was when I came in and I was like, we're going this way, because I know how to win championship. Everybody follow me, we won a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that requires, if you're going to bring in some leaders like you talking about, that requires spending a little bit of money.
Sometimes it's worth it, though, because by the end of the day, when you end up winning a championship, nobody's worried about how much money you pay. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's true, but you still got to take that next step. You know, I think they say they're going to spend money, but it's one thing to say you're going to do it, but then when you got to write that check, that's a whole nother story. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Like, I'm with you 100%. Like, you need some of these veterans that's going to keep the young guys steady, you know, when you get to that crunch time or you get to the dog days of summer. But in order to get those veterans that could still go out and play, you might have to spend a couple of dollars.
Yeah, before
remember that in this game, you got to give some to get some.
No doubt.
If you want to continue getting the fan excited, like I live in Miami for the past 6 years, and I'm not going to lie to you, I watch a lot of Marlins games. The talent is right there. They just need to figure out how the team do not fall apart down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to get me excited at the beginning of the season and then going to get me crying towards the end of the season, I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, so like just before we get you out of here, between the really young pieces, Sandy Alcantara or Jazz Chisholm, like, what do you think of these two guys, Big Papi? Do you think they have some real star potential? I mean, Sandy was incredible this year, and Jazz is so much fun to watch.
Well, let me tell you, to me, to be honest with you, Alcantara might be one of the best top 3 pitchers in the game. You got to take advantage of that. When you have a guy like that in your pitching staff, I guarantee you that any team during this playoff would like to have a monster like that in their mound. I guarantee you that. So you got to take advantage of it. You got to make sure that this kid, because it carry over. That's the thing about baseball. In baseball, when you have good players surrounded by talented players, the talented player has no other choice than match and take their game at the level of that type of guy, that type of player. Because I'm telling you, based on my own experience, like I went from Minnesota, where it wasn't a good team based on talent, to the Red Sox, where it was surrounded by a lot of talent. Norman Garcia-Parra, Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, Jason Varitek, Trot Nixon. I can continue mentioning. That take my game to a different level because I was surrounded by good players. And that's what the Marlins need to do because they got the talent right there.
Anything else you guys want to say about your campaign going into this league championship series, TJ or David, before we get you out of here?
TJ, tell them how to follow up and donate money because the Boys and Girls Club always need help.
Please follow loandepot.com or follow us on our social channels to learn more, or please visit your local Boys and Girls Club chapter in your area. And above all, let's cheer for a lot of offense through the American League and National League Series championships.
There you go.
TJ, David, thank you so much for the time, guys, and hopefully see you around the ballpark. Thank you so much.
All right, yo.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Big Poppy, Leroy. That's a many-time champion over there.
Hey, here's the deal. Everything he said is great.
Yep.
But it brings us back to the main point of the Marlins, which has been the point for the last few years. They've always had young talent, but they have decided over a number of times to trade that young talent to bring in younger talent instead of spending money to bring in veteran talent to get these young kids over the hump.
Yeah.
So he said it. Look, you got to spend money to kind of get some people in here that know how to win to kind of energize the young guys.
Look, Jeter, Kim Ang, you said you were going to spend some dough. Now Big Poppy says spend some dough. Leroy says spend some dough.
I spend money every day. I can go to Walmart or I could go to Macy's. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Are you gonna go buy you a pair of those fancy jeans that you can wear to the nice spot or to eat, or are you gonna go just get some jeans?
Right. You could buy some
at Walmart.
You could buy some jeans or maybe some fancy boots, which can be on the ground.